Hey everyone, let's go ahead and see how you can do a real-time web search with the Langchain and Google's Gemini. We are going to use here a DDGS for our free web search. Along with that, we will be also using here web-based loader so that we can scrap the websites provided by the DDGS web search. We are also going to use here a Langchain Google Gemini library as well. Make sure you install all of these things here. So I have provided here a pip install link. This is how you can install it. All right. Thereafter, let me just close this one. Yeah. So thereafter, we are going to get the GenAI API key. So you need to visit this particular link. Let's come back to this link here. And then you can just simply click on get API key. Thereafter, you can create an API key, something like this. So I have just created an API key here. Thereafter, you can just simply copy this API key from here. Once you copy it, then you need to come here. And thereafter, you need to put your API key inside this .env file. So inside this .env file, I'm just going to put my API key. It is going to be something like this. Make sure you put their name, Google API key, and this particular environment variables are used to trace our project. This is all you have to do. Save this particular file. Thereafter, come here. Let me just quickly show you what I'm doing here. So this thing is going to be used to get the search result for our search queries. There are many other search providers like we have Tavily and many others, but those are paid one and their free limits are quite less. So they are not good for the deep research. Basically, they are good, but they pay, basically they charge a lot. Other than that, we are also going to use here a tool so that we can create our web search tool. Then web base loader is also going to be used so that we can scrap from the provided link. And this one is going to be used to get our LM instance. And here this one is going to be used to get our create agent. After the launch of Langchain version 1, create agent has been made super simple, and this create agent is going to accept here our model tool and the system prompt, and now it is going to work like a standard LangGraph agent. Having said that, let's go ahead and run this one. So we just run this, and with this we are going to load everything here. While it is executing, let me quickly tell you the code file for this particular project is given at my GitHub repository. Come here at GitHub, Lakshmi made it Langchain version 1 project. There this particular project is provided. You need to just simply come here and start this project so that whenever I upload new project in this repo, you would be able to get the latest update immediately. Let's come back to this project here. So it says that first of all, user agent environment variable not set, consider it setting, identify your request. So basically this particular thing comes because of this web-based loader. So it says that we have not set our user agent. So we have to set our user agent. So what we do here before importing this, we are also going to set our user agent. With this, we will make sure that whenever website gets our request for the scrapping, then website will know that we are actually visiting their website from the Mozilla or from a proper browser. Let's go ahead and run this. Thereafter, you will see it has executed successfully. All right, now it is time to get it is time to create our search tool. So before I create a search tool, let me quickly show you what is this DDGS. Come here and then search for DDGS. You might not get everything here, that is perfectly fine, but search here DDGS PyPy, you will get this one. That is the DuckDuckGo Search. Other than that, you will also get this one. So this one is actual one, DDGS. Earlier it used to be known like DuckDuckGo Search, but they have upgraded this package to just DDGS. So here we come at a DDGS, and in the DDGS you have all these examples. In these examples, you can see here that how we use this text one. There are many other examples also available like image, video, news, books, etc. But we are going to use this particular thing. All right, so we are going to use this one. So in this way, what will happen here, let me just quickly copy this and then I can show you that how it is gonna work, so that when we create our search method, then it is going to be super simple for you to understand. So I'm going to create here a 2 max result, and then I'll print this result. So the one thing you will notice here that it is a list. Inside this list, it has a title, href, and the body. All right. So this is the three things. In the title, it gets the website title, and in the body it is going to give you the search snippet. But in the search snippet, it don't have all the information from the website. All right. So it has only limited information. All right. So if you want to get the all information, then you have to actually scrap this particular link, and because of that we are using here web-based loader. I hope that now it is pretty much clear to you. Now it is time to create our tool so that we can attach this with our agent. So I have already written my tool. I'm just going to put that, and then I'll explain you how it is going to work. But remember, overall working principle is going to be based on this part only. So I come here, then you have your web search tool here. This part is very important. This is a doc string. Remember, this doc string is going to help your agent to understand when it need to call this particular tool and for what purpose it need to call. And then these are the input parameter for your tool. Input parameter hinting is also important. Because of this hinting, your agent is going to identify what type of parameter it need to pass to this particular tool. All right. So here it says use this tool to perform a real-time web search and scrap the content of the top result, useful for getting up-to-date news, documentation, and factual information. Basically, if we ask anything related to latest news, update, documentation, or facts, then our agent is going to call this particular tool. Other than that, as we scroll it down, we see here result equal to ddgs.text. So this is something which we have just tested here, ddgs.text, and then our query, and then the max result. All right. And then this region says that which particular region we are going to select to get our result. Thereafter, as you scroll it down, one thing you will notice here, now the formatted result is going to be something like this: search result for a query. Thereafter, we are going to combine all of our title, href, and snippet that we get into the body. Now here what we are going to do. The first of all, what we decide here, we are going to scrap our href using the web-based loader. If you put your cursor here, then a detailed documentation you will get here. All right. Based on this href, we get this whole document in the HTML, and then here we load this document, and thereafter all the page content is going to be joined with the couple of new lines, and then finally we get our page content. We are limiting this page content to 4000 character, and then finally we get a full page content here. In case if this particular scrapping fails, then we are going to get the body content. So the body content is this one. Why I'm saying this? Because if you open this link here, let me just quickly show you this link. So if you open this link, what happened here, it has a lot of information here. All right. So this particular link have a lot of information. Other than that, you will also notice there is another link. Let's go ahead and see if we have basically here two result. We should be having other ones as well. Let's go ahead and see the results one. So seems like href we are not getting here, but obviously if we do it like 3 or 5 search, then we should be able to get a lot of results here. So this time we are getting from here. Thereafter, for the second one, we are getting this one. So all of these links are gonna give you a lot of information. All right. And then we can scrap these links to know about our query. All right. So that is what we are going to do in this particular tool. So here we are trying to scrap the link which is provided by our DDGS search, which we did here. But if we can't scrap our link, then we are going to use the result from the DDGS itself. Then finally, we are going to format the result returned by our DDGS. Let's go ahead and quickly test this. So how you can do this? Just run this. Thereafter, you can just simply write here web search dot invoke, and then invoke, and then you need to pass here your query and the number of result. It is going to be something like this. Let's go ahead and store it into the result, and then finally we can print our result. This time you will notice here the you will notice here this result is going to be very detailed here. Okay, so as you notice here that this result is going to be very detailed here, but the one thing you also notice here that the result is in very raw format, as you notice here. All right, so this particular result is in very raw format, but if we pass this result to our LLM, that is where our AI is going to be used. Once we pass this result to our AI will be able to actually format this proper result, this result into a proper format, and our AI will be able to give a proper output. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and do that. So the first thing we are going to do here, that is we are going to create our LLM instance. So we create our LLM instance with chat, Google Generative AI, and in this we are going to use our Gemini 2.5 Pro model. So for that you need to come here. Once you create your API key, thereafter you need to know that which particular model you can use in free. So there are other models. Basically you have so many models. Recently Gemini 3 models have been also launched. If you have purchased your Google Gemini, then you can definitely use this one. But if you want to use the free tier one, then you have to select Gemini 2.5 Pro or lesser than that. We are going to select this one, Gemini 2.5 Flash one. This is the first one. So we just quickly select this one. All right, the model name, and then we come here. All right, so we are going to put this here. Oops. Let's do this. And then we are going to get here our LM instance. Seems like something is wrong here. Let me just quickly check it. Okay, seems like this model name is not needed here, only the model, and then the temperature is needed. Okay, cool. We have got our LM. Once you get the LM, now it is time to prepare our tools. So this is how we prepare our tool. Web search tool is already written. Only we need to prepare a list here. Once you have got everything, now it is time to actually create our prompt here. Let's create our system prompt. So we write it like this: system underscore prompt with 3 quote, and then we are gonna paste our prompt. So I have here a prompt like: you are a professional research agent with web search capability. Follow these steps. Understand the question, plan your searches, then conduct multiple searches, analyze the result, synthesize the findings, and then finally produce the final answer. This is all it needs to do. Let's run this. Thereafter, it is time to create our agent. If you write it like this, create agent, and then just simply put your cursor here, one thing you will know here, we need a model, we need a tool, and thereafter we need here a system prompt. All these 3 things we have now. Now our agent is going to be ready here. So our model is actually the LLM which we created earlier, and our tool is the tools which we created earlier. Thereafter we have our prompt. Either we can pass this system prompt directly, or we can use here chat prompt template, something like this. All right, so from the template, and it is going to be like this. Let's run this. Okay, seems like something is wrong here. It is not the prompt, it is actually the system prompt. So we have to put like this. Let's run this. Now our agent is ready here. If you print your agent, you can just simply see here that how your agent is created. You have your model, and also there is the tool. All these things are connected to each other. Excellent. Now it is time to see our agent into the action. Simply create our query, thereafter pass it to the agent. So here is our query. Query is: what is the latest advancement? Let me just say that what are the latest advancements in AI technology? Thereafter, we are going to write it like this: result equal to agent dot invoke, and inside this invoke we are going to have our messages. Inside these messages we are also going to put our human message. So we can do it like this: from Langchain underscore core dot messages import human messages, and then we write our human message, and the content is query. It is going to be like this. Let's execute this. Now it is executing. While it is executing, let me tell you one more thing here. So what I did here previously, I had used here a chat prompt template. In a system prompt, you need to remove that chat prompt template. It need to be like this: agent, create agent, LM, tools, and the system prompt. Thereafter, as you can see here, that all these tool executions are being done by our agent. Multiple questions are being asked for my query, and then it is going to process this everything, and then finally it is gonna produce the final result. Once everything is done, then we will be able to see our final result inside this result. Let's wait for some time and then see our result. So here we have got our result. I'm gonna print this result. In this result, you can see here multiple loop has been processed. Human query comes, then AI message is there, tool message, AI message, tool message. So basically, all these queries have been processed multiple times. All right, as you can see here, that 3 queries processed in one go, then 3 queries again processed in one go, then again another 3 queries processed in one go, and now every result has been processed, and then finally it is placed inside this AI AI message. That's the final one that you can get like this result, and then you can get it like this messages. With this you get the list of all the messages, and then -1, the last one, and then you write it like this: pretty underscore print. Then it goes like this. Seems like something is wrong. Yeah, here it is, pretty print. Now you have got it here. All right, so you have your type, and there is the text. In this, the field of artificial intelligence is experiencing, etc., and etc. So the pretty print is not giving the good result. So in that case, what we can do here, instead of doing that, we can see our result not like this. So we can see our result, that is going to be the dot content, and it goes like this. Oops. Goes like this, and then you have your text here. So inside this dot content, again we are gonna see it something like this, and then finally we get our text result. Let's go ahead and print our final data. So here is our final data. As you can see here, this is very detailed, the research, and we have successfully used here a real-time web search. Let's come back here and search for markdown viewer, and then see how it look like. Congratulations, as you can see it here. All right, so it has successfully processed our query, and a detailed report it has prepared here. And all of these things, whatever the web search is being done here, everything is in free, because DuckDuckGo offers you a free web search. On the top of that, we are using here web-based loader. So the web-based loader is actually scrapping all the data, whatever the link it has got there, and then finally our AI is preparing this final report here. I hope that you have enjoyed this particular lesson. If you have any doubt on the query, you can comment below, and also if you want me to make a video on any specific topic, you can request me. I will try to make that YouTube video very soon. All right, please do not forget to subscribe this channel and like this video. I'll see you in next one.